Because this isn't a conversation about whether masturbation is right or wrong. This is about whether it's making you weaker, bit by bit, moment by moment, habit by habit. Because the people who quietly fall apart don't fall apart in a dramatic moment. They fall apart in tiny rituals of release, tiny rituals of self-abandonment, tiny betrayals of their own higher potential. And this is one of them. Let's begin by stating, the obvious yes, masturbation in and of itself is not evil. It is not a sin. It's a biological release mechanism. But that's exactly the trap. Because when something feels safe and private and natural, we lower our guard. We forget to ask the most important question Jung would have us ask. Is this an integration of my instinct, or is it a repression dressed as indulgence? That's what Carl Jung would want us to explore. Because Jung never condemned desire. He never taught repression. In fact, he warned against it. But he also warned that when desire becomes unconscious compulsion, it starts to drain libido not sexually, but spiritually. In Jungian psychology, libido doesn't just mean sex drive. It means life energy, your internal reservoir of vitality, of drive, of will, of creation. Every human being is born with a certain amount of psychic energy. When you use it consciously, you create, you build, you speak with power, you act with clarity. But when that energy is leaked through behaviors that feel good, but subtract from your strength, you slowly become hollow. You lose your center. Your core isn't your abs. Your core is your inner container, the ability to hold your energy without spilling it for cheap rewards. And here's where it gets dangerous. The modern world doesn't just permit compulsive release, it promotes it. You're surrounded by screens, sounds, images, stories, all engineered to stimulate your most primal circuits. You're not choosing to release, you're being trained to leak. When you engage in masturbation as a conscious, self-aware connection to your body and spirit, it can be healthy. But when it's a reaction to boredom, loneliness, frustration, anxiety, or numbness, it becomes a self-medication, a sedative, a ritual of escape. And escape is expensive, because what you're escaping from is your own potential. Let's look deeper. Every time you masturbate unconsciously, you're sending a subtle message to your subconscious mind. I cannot hold this energy. I do not know what to do with this power. I must discharge it. That message compounds over time. The more you leak energy in private, the less confident you feel in public. The more you rely on solitary stimulation, the less magnetic you become in social settings. It's not a moral punishment. It's physics. Energy directed inward for self-escape becomes unavailable for outer engagement. And it shows. In your posture, in your voice, in your presence, in your eye contact, in the way you take up space or fail to. Men who masturbate compulsively are not weak because of the act itself. They are weak because their nervous system never learns how to hold libido tension without breaking. They never learn to channel it upward, and so they never build the energetic infrastructure of power. Let's break that down. Sexual tension is like heat in the body. If you can hold it, it becomes fire, drive, focus, ambition, creativity. If you cannot hold it, it becomes steam. It escapes. It fogs your vision. It leaves nothing behind but a temporary sense of relief. That relief is the bait. You feel better briefly. You feel calmer temporarily. But underneath that calm is a slow erosion of self-command. Now let's go to the neuroscience. Dopamine is the molecule of motivation. When you flood your brain with dopamine through orgasm, you create a spike. But what goes up must come down. And that crash is the part no one talks about. Post-orgasm fatigue isn't just physical, it's chemical. Your brain now needs time to restore balance. During that time, you are more vulnerable to apathy, negative self-talk, distraction, depression. You become a shell of your former self, and the worst part is you normalize that feeling. You begin to believe that version of you is the real you. It's not. It's a dopamine-depleted post-release self-shamed echo of who you could be. And when you keep showing up to life in that state, people treat you accordingly. That's what this video's title really means. It's not that people hate you for masturbating. It's that the version of you that they encounter is the one you've drained of fire, of clarity, of focus, of presence. And people can feel that. You don't even need to say anything. Your energy says it for you. You cannot fake strength. You must embody it. And strength is not aggression. It's containment. It's having the power and choosing not to leak it. Now let's get extremely practical. What can you do? First, awareness. For the next 7 days, do not change your behavior. Just track it. Every time you feel the urge to masturbate, write down. What time is it? What were you doing before the urge came? What emotion were you feeling? What were you trying to avoid? You will begin to see a pattern. Maybe you're triggered by boredom, or anxiety, or loneliness, or maybe it's just habit. Once you see the pattern, you have leverage. Next, practice transmutation. That means using the same energy, the libido, and moving it upward. Try this. When you feel the urge, instead of reaching for your phone, drop to the floor and do 30 push-ups. Or write a page in your journal. Or go outside and walk fast with deep breathing. The body needs to know you can redirect tension. That's how you train masculine energetic capacity. Not by suppression, but by redirection. Third, clean your environment. Delete the apps that trap you in loops. Block the websites that pull you back into the cave. Place friction between you and the pattern. The more inconvenient it is to act unconsciously, the more time you give your awareness to intervene. And don't forget, this is not about perfection. This is about presence. You will slip. That's okay. But if you watch yourself slip, if you stay conscious, the pattern will weaken. And each time you hold the energy a little longer, you grow your container. You become a man who can hold his own fire. And that fire will start to glow in every area of your life. You'll speak with more clarity. You'll walk with more certainty. You'll stop needing validation and start commanding respect without saying a word. Because energy doesn't lie. So, is masturbation really harmless? Or is it slowly weakening your core? The answer depends on your level of awareness. If you engage with it consciously with intention, as an expression of union with your own body, it can be neutral or even positive. But if it's a coping mechanism, a way to escape, a way to sedate yourself from pain, boredom, stress, or life, then yes, it is weakening you. Not all at once, but incrementally, secretly, systematically. And the worst part is it convinces you that you're in control, that it's harmless, that you can stop anytime. But real control isn't about stopping. It's about not needing to start. That's where your power lives. So here's your challenge. For the next 3 days, hold, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. When the urge rises, don't fight it. Feel it. Breathe through it. Journal it. Move with it. Don't try to kill it, try to contain it. That containment becomes character. And character becomes core. Now I'll leave you with this. What's the one moment, place, or emotion that usually triggers your urge to escape through masturbation? And what will you do differently next time it hits? Write it down in the comments. This is where your awareness begins. This is how you reclaim your center. And when you do, you won't just stop leaking energy. You'll start radiating strength. See you in video 3.